Morning. Hey, this is another episode of things that pissed me off. So I was watching TV this morning. There's a couple things I wanted to mention. A few different channels and watching a few little comments coming on. So apparently, if you're a man or a woman and you disagree with the Texas laws on abortion, you are now, according to one of Rideout, who is the most racist TV personality I've ever seen. I mean, this woman thinks racism, she thinks the roads are racist because the roads are black and have white stripes on top of them. I mean, this lady is racist. I mean, if everything's racist, nothing's racist. But this woman thinks everything is racist. So anyway, she's got this old something. I ain't even going to assume whether it's a dude or a woman. I had no idea. Either way, they started calling anybody who disagrees with abortion the American Taliban. So if you agree with Trump, so it's apparently the liberals are not above. They love turning people in for crying about anything. Man, they will cry about it. Oh my God, they assumed my gender. They blah, 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 they did this, they did that. But man, they ain't got no problems calling somebody an American Taliban or a white supremacist or any other thing if you don't agree with them. Man, they're going to call you out, call you whatever kind of name they want to call you. And that's perfectly fine. It's not bullying. It's not, not name calling. It's not offensive. Because we don't get offended like that. I mean, it's words. We grow up in an era where sticks and stones will break my bones and words will never hurt me. Because ain't shit you can say to me, it's going to hurt me. You can say whatever you want. The only thing you say to me that might hurt me is you're fired. And even that, I was looking for a job when I found this one. I found another one. You know, so it just amazes me the hypocrisy of these people. I mean, they sit up there and whatever your views on abortion are, it's not my job to decide that. I've never had one, never plan on having one, because I'm a man. Well, guess what, liberal? You didn't think this far in advance, did you? I'm going to explain to you why. So, last year sometime, maybe the year before, y'all started saying that men can have babies. Well, if men can have babies, which y'all are putting on TV, on magazines, on everything else, that dudes can have babies, dudes can have periods. Well, guess what? I guess dudes can have abortions. So that makes it no longer a woman's issue. That means that dudes get to weigh in now. Didn't think about that one, did you, Lefty? So here's the problem. Y'all come up with some cockamamie nonsense, but you don't think it through. You don't think, man, you know, in a year from now, when such and such happens, that's going to look, man, they're going to look back on this and think, man, what idiots. We already do that. We foresee the nonsense that you idiots are thinking about. I mean, it's just complete and utter nonsense. So basically my whole rant today is just the hypocrisy. Just more of the hypocrisy of the left. You know, you can have your own stance on abortion. You can be pro, you can be pro-choice, you can be pro-life, you can be pro-whatever. But the bottom line is everybody's allowed their opinion. You know, maybe you didn't have an abortion, but maybe you had a girlfriend or a wife that went and got an abortion without you knowing about it. Yeah, woman's choice. Well, what about the dude? You know, if she has a baby, he's responsible for paying for the baby. So if she doesn't have the baby, why can't he be responsible for raising the baby? Just saying. But either way, that's just my own personal little 2 cents there. But the main thing is, y'all just get to name call and censor and do anything you want to do to anybody you don't agree with. If you don't agree with them, man, you get to call them anything you want. You get to run their name through the mud. Nobody calls you out on it. But there's more of us starting to realize, hey, maybe we need to start calling these little whatever, leftists. I'm going to be gentle on you today. These leftists out for being the stupid morons that they are. I mean, there's no other term for it. If you're going to say a dude can have a baby, then you're going to say a dude that can't weigh in on abortion. and call them a Taliban, American Taliban, you're a moron. There's no other word for it. So just stop. I know you won't, but stop. People are tired of hearing it. More and more people are waking up to the sissified country that we're becoming. And it's thanks to old Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe is waking up more people than any other person in American history. Because they're seeing that Sleepy Joe is going to let Americans be held hostage by the Taliban. And what they're going to do, see, and we've all known this for many months, is they're going to create the biggest hostage situation in American history, which they're already doing. So what's going to happen is then they're going to turn around and all that money that they've got over there, not the money that they gave them already, along with the $80 billion in military equipment, but the pallets of cash. See, there's pallets of cash over there that they use to pay, SIVs and for different stuff when you're in another country. They have pallets of cash so that they can give the locals cash, bribery, whatever you want to call it, assistance money, whatever you want to call it. They had pallets of cash. Well, Taliban got all that too. So not only do you get all that cash, they got all that weaponry. Now they're like, well, we got to give them the money because they're not going to be able to afford to run this government. So now they're going to get these hostages. That's why the State Department's not allowing any of these local agencies that are footing the bill themselves, all these veterans groups and whatever that's paying for they're basically paying out of their own pocket to save Americans and Afghani and allies. We'll just put it that way. So they're out footing the bill. They get them out, man. They get them all the way to the runway, and the State Department says, Nah, we ain't gonna let you leave yet. We can't approve that. Why the hell not? You couldn't do it. The president couldn't do it. They can't approve it. Well, the reason they can't approve it is because they're on purpose creating the biggest hostage situation in American history. Watch, you ain't gonna believe me yet, but watch what happens. Watch what happens. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not a genius by any stretch. But watch what happens. Y'all don't realize we can see what y'all are doing way before you do it. Once you start, we say, oh, I see where this is going. Yeah, the whole thing about getting by-then president, yep, that's so that he can screw this all up and then you can impeach him and put the first woman president. That's going to happen, watch, in the next 3.5 years. God, it's going to be a long 3.5 years. That's going to happen. But before that, they're going to release all that money to the Taliban. And you think we got problems now. So the Taliban was supposedly going to take and release all these American hostages. That's why we gave them their names and addresses. Names, phone number, whatever the hell they gave them. I know it was names. Probably their picture, description, passport information. Probably gave them all that. Hey, here you go. These people are allowed to get through. Knowing that the Taliban's going to go around and round them up. And then they're going to have a whole bunch of hostages. So now they got a whole bunch of hostages. What do they want? They want money. You can't run a government without money. Well, who's going to give them the money? It's going to be the Americans. The people that are always paying for it. You're going to take our money and you're going to give it to the people we've been fighting and trying to wipe out for 20 damn years. And say, oh, well, they was the government. They had American hostages. We had to get them released. So you're going to release all these millions, billions of dollars to them. And then what's going to happen is some shit's going to blow up again. Just like it did on 9/11. Just like every other Hamas, Al-Qaeda, whatever the hell you want to call them. Every time they get some money, what do? They take it out on Americans. They take our own money and they blow us up because our politicians are too fucking stupid to figure it out. I'm just a hillbilly from the South and I figured it out. You morons on Capitol Hill, been there your whole damn life, you ain't smarter than that? Come on, man. Isn't that Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe, Sippy Cup Joe, Como Joe, whatever you want to call him? Isn't that his favorite saying? Come on, man. Well, come on, man. Can't you figure that out yet? 47 damn years, almost 48, and you can't figure it out? I ain't even been alive that long. I figured it out. Anyway, that's just some more shit that pisses me off.